Assalamualaikum dear students, hope you are well and hearty. Welcome to NIEVS Homeschool. This is Fatema Sabrin, Shikha, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, Morning Shift. Today I am going to take English First Paper class for the students of class 9 on the topic Unit 4, Lesson 5, and with this we will practice graphs and charts. Students, I am repeating our today's topic is Unit 4, Lesson 5, and as I say, today we will practice graphs and charts also. Students, this is lecture number 17 and homework number 12. Students, please take your textbook and writing elements. First, we will read from your text, then we will solve and discuss about some graphs and charts. So let's start. Students, our today's topic is Unit 4, Lesson 5. Name, let's become skilled workforce. Students, look in this part B, we have found a conversation between Rumi and Ratan. The conversation starts with Rumi. Rumi says, "You remember my brother Raihan, don't you?" He replied, "For a front desk officer's job in a 5-star hotel." Ratan asked, "What happened? Has he got the job?" Rumi replies, "No, he couldn't answer most of the questions in the interview." Ratan asked, "Why? He did well in the HSC, didn't he?" Rumi replies, "Yes, he did, but the recruiting officer in the interview asked him questions in English and who couldn't understand most of them." Ratan says, "Sorry, but I have a different story to tell you. My cousin Sheila did her HSC from a college in Mymensingh. She couldn't do well as Raihan in her exams, but she got a job as a crew member in Biman, Bangladesh. She said she had answered all the questions in English both in her written test and interview." Rumi says, "Great, she must be good in English. Well, then the key to getting some jobs in English, isn't it?" Ratan says, "Yes, you are right." So from this conversation, we come to know that we have to know English well, and if we want to get a good job, English is must. We have to face our written test and interview in English, and it doesn't matter whether the results of SSC, HSC or upper classes are good or bad, but if you have good fluency in English, you can do anything, you can get good job. Now students, come to part D. I'm reading the text. "Today there are many jobs where you need English. This is because the world has become smaller. Vast distances are shortened by speedy transports. We can talk to a person thousands of kilometers away on the phone or the internet, so we can communicate with the whole world easily. With English has made this communication easier." So it is English which made the world smaller. We can communicate with each other, with people from abroad in using English. There are many countries in the world with many languages, but to communicate with them, you cannot use all the languages. It is true, there are so many countries in the world, there are so many cultures, there are so many languages, different types of languages. That's why we can't use our languages or all languages. So you need a common language that you can use with more or less all the people in the world. So most of the people in the world know English, and that's why we have to know English to communicate with other people of the world. English is that common language. The most common language in the world is English. You can talk to Chinese toy maker, a French artist, an Arab ambassador or a Korean builder in one language, English. So if you know English, you can talk with Chinese style maker, you can talk with French artist or an Arab ambassador or a Korean builder. It doesn't matter. English for us in Bangladesh is all the more important. As we have seen earlier, we are too many people in a small country. So if you learn English, you have the best opportunity to find a good job both within and outside the country, and that is good news for millions of our unemployed youths. So it is good news for our youths who are unemployed, who are jobless. If they learn English, they can do any job in any country. They will get most opportunity if they know English. But Miss, we learn English for 12 or 14 years, yet we do not find good jobs, says Rumi. She then tells the class about what happened to her brother. Could you please tell us why? Rumi asked. This is a very important question, Rumi. We should learn how to use English both orally and in writing for doing things as needed in our work, such as communicating with others at personal, social, national, and international levels. But unfortunately, at the moment, we are learning English mainly for our exams. Continues Miss Chaudhuri. So Ms. Chaudhary explains here why we are not getting good job as we learn English for 12 or 14 years old. Basically, the things happen with us. We learn English to pass our exams. We don't learn English from our heart, and that's why we are lag behind from other people of other country. We have to learn English. We have to learn how to use the English orally and in writing. Then we can do well. We can communicate with other people, whether it can be personal, social, national, or international levels. Remember, English can greatly help you become skilled workers. So if you know English well, you can be a skilled, lively worker. But where and how can we learn such kind of English, Miss? Asked Ratan. Ms. Chaudhary says we can learn English both in and outside the classroom. Besides your textbooks, the radio, television, newspapers, magazines, computers, and other supplementary materials will greatly help you. During our classroom activities, we'll see how we can learn English. So, through these ways, that means by reading textbook or other books, listening radio, watching television, reading newspaper and magazines, to computer and supplementary materials, we can learn English well and easily, and also we can practice in our classroom activities also. Students, that's for our text unit 4 lesson 5. Now I'm going to talk about graphs and charts. Students, in our earlier class you have learned about one graph chart that is about past time. It was included in our textbook, and today I'm going to talk about this graph chart. You can see I have drawn a graph chart here, and I'm reading the question, and after that I will say the answer. The question is, the graph below shows the number of people using internet from the year 2014 to 2018 in Bangladesh. Now describe the graph in about 150 words. You should highlight and summarize the information given in the graph. The number of internet users should be counted in person. So you can see here the graph chart shows, you can see the years 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18. That means 14 to 18. The years are given and the percentages are shown here, and you can see the rate of percentage, and this is the chart shows number of the internet users, and this is given in percentage. What can you understand from this chart? You have to explain in your writing. We can see the users of internet was 12% in 2014. It increased into 18% in 2015, and at the time of 2016 it increased to 25%, and when it was 2017 the percentage was 33, and at last 2018 it grows more and it becomes 50%. So we can understand that there is a gradual development in internet users, and we can think about that our country, that means Bangladesh, is developed by internet using. So you have to explain from the graph chart. Here I have written the answer. I'm reading for you. The graph illustrates the percentage of the internet users in Bangladesh during the years between 2014 and 18. You can see it starts with 2014 and ends in 2018. It represents an overall increase in the number of internet users during this period. It shows that just about 12% of people in Bangladesh used internet in 2014, whereas by the following year the percentage of users rose in 18%. So you can see it was 12% in 2014 and 18% in 2015. In 2016, the total number of users increased modestly to 25%. You can see in 2016 the percentage increased from 12 to 25. In the meantime, 2015 it was 18%. By 2017, however, more than a quarter of the total population were using internet. So total quarter, you can see 25%. So it was in 2016. The percentage was 33%. Moreover, there was a substantial boost in the percentage in 2018. The total number of users rose to 50%. We see the highest percentage in the year 2018 among all these years from 2014 to 2018. Analyzing the graph, we find that within 4 the number of internet users in Bangladesh increased by more than 4 times. It is clear indication that during this period the country's digital infrastructure improved significantly. It also shows that people of Bangladesh are getting accustomed to the modern technologies. So students, you can understand, you have to understand the graph that shows for you what you can understand. You have to explain in your answer. So students, that's for this graph, and here I have written some other graph charts describing graphs and charts. First one is the choice of profession by different education youth in Bangladesh, and second one, the population growth rate of Bangladesh. Third one, elderly or young people's changing attitude about pastimes. Number 4, the people living below the poverty line in different years. And at last, the illiteracy rate in Bangladesh. Students, as you are students of class 9, you have to learn more and more about all topics. As it is about graphs and charts, you have to learn from your books, your communicative books, your grammar books, and also from your test papers. So search for all these. You will get all these in your test papers also. And students, for all these questions, you will get a separate chart or graph for all questions. So you will get all this in your book, and I have provided your homework. Your homework will be number 2, the population growth rate of Bangladesh. You will get chart in your book. Through that chart, you will provide your answer. And don't forget to write the lecture number and homework number. A lecture number is 17 and this homework number is 12. Students, that's all for today. Hope you have understood today's topic, and I hope you will do your homework, and don't forget to submit your homework copies. That's all for today. See you again in our next class, inshallah. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.